Hi everybody, Ms. Jung here. I'm going to explain how to do your activity recipe for traits. First thing you need to do is put both you and your partner's names up here. So I'm going to put my name on here. There we go, great. And my partner, which is also me, great. And your period number here. So on here it says, a set of instructions called DNA makes a recipe for traits in all organisms. Information in a DNA strand is grouped into small segments. Each segment is made of even smaller units, like recipes are made of words and words are made of letters. Differences in the DNA alphabet are what make differences in traits, just like a different sequence of letters makes different words and a different recipe. So today what we're going to be doing is using a recipe to figure out what a dog looks like. So follow the directions below to create a DNA recipe for a dog. Using the dog traits key, read your DNA recipe and make a drawing of your dog showing all of its traits. So the first thing I would do is I would take this instructions page off. So this is your dog traits key, okay? And it's two-sided. All right, so starting on the first side with our instructions, kind of try to put them next to each other if we can. So, directions. Make sure you have an envelope containing dog DNA. Boom. They look like this. There's some strips of paper inside. Okay? Then it says, so, check. Then it says, determine the first trait of your dog, body shape, by randomly picking a piece of dog DNA out of the envelope. All right? So, our first trait is body shape. So, if we randomly pick a trait, I picked this pink one, and it looks like puzzle piece plus sign swirly flower thing that corresponds to this first body trait here. So then it says, look at the symbols on the DNA strip you have chosen, match the pattern to the one you see on the dog traits key for body shape. Okay, done. Circle the picture for body shape that matches the DNA piece you picked. All right, check. Then it says, set the piece of DNA aside and repeat steps 1 through 4 for the next trait. So I'm going to hang on to this, and if I was being really picky, I might even put a 1 up here in the corner so I remember. Then I'm going to pick another trait out of my envelope and I'm not looking, and I pick this green one that goes star plus sign swirly puzzle piece, and that looks like it's this one. I get a droopy face. Okay, we're gonna number it and then set it aside. So what you would do is continue doing this for all of the traits on both sides. So by the time you get to this last one here, you'll have run out of pieces, okay? And it says, after circling the matching picture, tape the second piece of DNA to the first to make a long strand, okay? So we are gonna tape these together. Okay, here's my first one and my second one. And take a little bit of tape. We're going to make a really long strand of DNA. All right, and I'm going to tape them together on the back so it looks nice. You can do what you like. Don't use an enormous amount of tape, of course. All right, so long strand so far. And then it says, repeat these steps for each of the traits listed on the dog traits key. So you'll continue doing this, pulling pieces out of the envelope randomly, figuring out what trait they correspond to, and circling it until you get all the way down here to the part about hair. At that point, you'll have enough traits to get a separate piece of paper like this and draw your dog, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to finish all the steps on the sheet here, and then I also want you to answer this question right here. Is your dog different from or the same as others in the group? And you can think of the group as the class. All right? So what you're going to turn in to me is this paper with names, period, and this question answered. So turn in. Okay? And then your picture of your dog that you draw, that's going to go on the wall over by the DNA. Okay? So picture of dog goes on the DNA wall. Okay? Take your time, do a good job, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you.